Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Wellington on Air. How is the people doing? How are the people doing? Guys, welcome back to another episode of the show. I am your host, Wellington, back on the back on the mic after a very relaxing weekend. Hi Tori, how are you? Back on the mic after a very relaxing weekend. Hi Candice. Hi Kia. Happy to be back, guys. I'm very happy to be back. I was away. I was in Detroit for a couple of days. We missed you. I missed you too. I missed you too. Hi Kiki. Oh, hi Kiki. But yeah, so I was in Detroit. Visiting a friend. Hi Corey. And first things first, I need to go back to Detroit because I really didn't do much. No shade. I really didn't do much. So I need to go back to Detroit to actually like get a Detroit experience. Aside from that, I was very happy to just get back to it. I hadn't talked to you guys in a long time. I miss you guys. I wanted to talk to you guys. There's so much that has been going on. There's so much that has been going on. First things first, I was gagging. When I say gagging, like gagging. I was gagging when I saw that Olandria posted the Van Cartens. Gagging. Hi, Devonda. Man, I'm so glad you're back. I was looking for you over there on Twitch, but I'm glad we got to Clock Miss Girl interview. Yeah, so this is the thing. I was I don't some of you guys were on Twitch with me before I got on YouTube. Um I Hi Rose. Hi Miss NG. Hi Faith. So listen, I I was on Twitch before I turned YouTube on because at first I was going to do a rewatch episode. That was my first idea. At first I was going to do a rewatch episode. But then I was like, some of the people on Twitch were like, "Oh my god, I was waiting for you to go on live because I wanted you to give your opinion on the Sierra interview and etc." And I was like, "You know what? I did put the Sierra interview in my docket, and I did want to react to that right away because I didn't want it to get old. And you guys, and I also been wanting to watch that interview. I almost watched it 3 times, and then before, like, I put it on, and then I was like, oh shit, I forgot I'm doing this on live because I do not watch things twice, guys. When I'm watching it with you, I'm watching it for the first time. The only thing that I'm watching twice is the season because we're doing a rewatch. But the interviews, every time a new interview comes out, you know what I do? I go on my YouTube and I click add to watch later, add to watch later, because I know that I'm gonna watch it with you guys. I want to watch it with y'all. It was getting boring without you. When are the t-shirts coming out and what sizes? So the t-shirts are coming out very soon. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working. I want to come up with some cute designs. I don't want it to just be plain t-shirts, I want it to be something. I want it to be something cute. So I'm working on it, and it's gonna be all the sizes. What you mean? What size do you need? Just let me know. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be other sizes, girl. Please. Guys, 15 more minutes and I get to go live on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on TikTok. Clearly, when I was in Michigan, I got a of course it's we're gonna have the plus size. First of all, did did y'all not hear what Nikki said? Fuck the skinny bitch. Fuck the skinny bitch in the club. Fuck the skinny bitch. So yeah, yeah. Hi Jane. I miss you too, my love. I am so happy. So happy to be back. I am so happy to be back. Guys, so you guys know that I was also banned on TikTok live on my personal account. Everyone, of course, duh. I was banned on my TikTok live for a week, and my ban is being lifted tonight in 15 minutes. So the reason why I haven't started the watching the interview yet is because like in 15 minutes this is gonna start. And I want to be able to just do both at the same time, so I'm trying to like hold out a little bit. I might not wait the full 15 minutes, but closer to the 15 minutes as I can. Hi, Wellington. I haven't typed much in chat, but been watching you for a few weeks, and I've been keeping up with you with the Love Island rewatch. I enjoy you so much, and I stumbled upon your YouTube. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Ashley. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so happy that you're enjoying the rewatches. Guys, for those that have not tuned into the rewatch, you guys can tune into the rewatch whenever you want. You guys can listen to all of the rewatches on the podcast Wellington on Air. If you guys look me up on Apple or Spotify, you guys can find me there. So you guys can go listen to all of the rewatches there. And but also remember that we're live with the rewatches on Twitch. So follow me on Twitch on twitch.com/Wellington on air. And you can join me live while I'm doing the rewatches there. If you miss a live, you can get it on the podcast. Yeah. Yeah. So far, those are the avenues for the rewatches. So tomorrow we are going to do episode 6 rewatch tomorrow because 5 was After Sun and we're not going to watch After Sun. So tomorrow is going to be the rewatch of episode 6 of Love Island. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be live tomorrow for that in the evening. And if you haven't heard the episode 4 rewatch, go on the podcast. Wait, it won't save on your Twitch account. So the Twitch only saves the lives for a certain amount of time. So after they're not on Twitch anymore, you won't be able to watch them. So you can go back and watch it. I think it's for 7 days, I think it said. But you know, guys, also I am so close to reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So please guys, subscribe. Tell your auntie to subscribe. Tell your son to subscribe. Call your kids right now. Use their iPads, subscribe from their iPads, subscribe from your auntie phone, subscribe from your grandma phone, subscribe from your husband phone, from everybody account. Subscribe because we're almost there. We're almost there. 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there, guys. We're like at 730 right now, which is insane. So thank you so much again. But we're almost there. 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 10 more minutes and we're live on On TikTok, let me go subscribe from my other accounts. Oh, Corey, thank you so much. Okay, so listen, I'm not gonna wait. You know what? TikTok, I'm gonna be able to go live on TikTok in 10 minutes. So I'm just going to start. I'm gonna start. Cause you know what? You guys are on YouTube and let me treat the YouTube people with some type of, a special, treat y'all special because y'all here. Y'all here. Y'all loyal and y'all here. So we're gonna start the video and then when it hits 9 o'clock, I'm gonna be looking at the clock, but if just in case I don't look at the clock, just remind me in the chat so that I can go and turn on TikTok. But yeah, let's get this thing going because why not? Like we need to we need to Rose, thank you so much for the super chat. Guys, if you have a question that you want answered directly, you need me to answer. You guys already know how to get my attention. Do you see Nick with the baby? He wants one. Nick definitely wants a baby. Nick definitely wants a baby. Nick definitely wants a Rose. Thank you so much with the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay.
Hi, my name is Cierra. Today I'm with It Girl to answer the most searched questions about me. This is Search Bar. Perfect. Hey. Okay, amazing. Where is Cierra Ortega from? I was born in Chicago. I grew up in Arizona, and now I live in LA, in West Hollywood, the land of the girls and the gays. We love it over there. What was Cierra Ortega's?
She's so like like she was made for this. You know what I'm saying? Like she has that energy that it's like she was made for this. Like she's been waiting for this. Especially like an interview like this, like she's been waiting for press, she's been waiting for deals, she's been waiting for brand promotions, activations. Hi Paige. She's been waiting for all of this stuff, all of the stuff that everybody's doing. She's been waiting for. She wishes she was at New York Fashion Week. She wishes she was going on the talk shows. And this is no shade. This is no shade. I'm just saying this is the truth. Just because of the fact that we know who Cierra is. Paige, your hat came yesterday. Ah! Is it Paige? Is it cute? Paige, tell me everything about it. Paige, oh my god, guys. Paige got a hat from my merch, shopwellington.com. Her hat came yesterday. Her hat came yesterday, y'all. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hope it's cute. Paige, you need to send me a picture. Put it on and send me a picture, Paige, on my Instagram. Please, please, please. So cute. It's the Open the Schools hat. Light denim color. Oh my god. Paige, put it on. Take a cute little selfie with it and send me a picture on my Instagram or my TikTok or anywhere. I'm gonna be looking for it in the DM. Please, please, please. Oh my god, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Guys, you see? Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for everybody to start getting their merch. And I am so excited for I'm just that's just so crazy. Like you guys are gonna be walking around the world with merch from my show. Like that's just crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, thank you, Paige. I love you.
First job. I was a smoothie girl at a gym, and I loved it because I got all the free shakes, I got to peep the hotties, and I got a free gym membership. So it was like triple threat. It was amazing. What is Cierra Ortega's nationality? I am Latina.
I was the smoothie girl at the gym. I got to peep the hotties. Miss Girl has always been about that fast life. It's no shade. It's no shade. Miss Girl has always been about that fast life, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I don't blame her.
I'm half Mexican, half Puerto Rican. My dad is full Mexican. My mom is full Puerto Rican. I like to say I'm Mexican. It's like a fun little mix. How would you describe your sense of style? I love this question because I feel like I'm figuring it out every single day. I always say like boho, chic, edgy, street. But then sometimes I'm like girly punk pop princess.
I will say though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. She do be looking cute. She do be looking cute. I do feel like I liked her fashion in the villa better than her fashion outside of the villa. I do feel like her fashion outside of the villa has been like, okay, girl. Okay, girl. But yeah,
So it really just depends on what character I'm trying to cosplay this morning. Today I'm feeling like boho street moments.
it really depends on what character I'm trying to cosplay in the morning. You see, I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's the problem with you. That's my issue with you. You're always cosplaying something, and I just don't. That's my problem with Sierra. I don't know who Sierra is. I don't know who Sierra is because I feel like she's always cosplaying something, whether it is a personality, whether it is a vibe, whether it is like you know, she is everything and everything, all wrapped in one, not in a good way. So it's like I don't know you, and I feel like, especially with how you left the villa, how you were taken out of the villa, the first interview that you do, I want it to be an interview where I get to know you. Because of the way that you left the villa, your first interview, I wanted it to be an interview that I got to know you more, that people saw who you really are, that you opened up and let people in. I feel like no shade for this to be your first interview that you do post villa. Like I feel like this is kind of like you're kind of like missing the mark.
Let me know if you feel that too. Was Sierra a full time influencer before Love Island? I was not. I was never a full time influencer before Love Island. I did work in influencer marketing. I still work in influencer marketing, but my full time job right now is CEO. I actually own a talent agency. I have a full roster of influencers and creators that I help to manage on different subscription platforms and support with different monetization strategies. So it's really fun. I love my clients. I love what I do.
Not I need to hire Sierra, child. Influencer marketing. Hold on there. Hold on. Hold on. Um, is y'all know I was kidding, right? Please, y'all, please, y'all. Let's actually act like we know. Bitch, it's 9 o'clock. Lift this shut up. Listen, TikTok got 30 minutes, not even 30 seconds. Oh why? Oh why? We're back on TikTok, y'all. We're back on TikTok. We're back on TikTok. We're back on TikTok. We're back on TikTok. But yeah,
And I love being in this industry. It's so fun. This is so funny. Is it true Sierra had a Love Island themed birthday party? Yes, this is true. I loved Love Island UK for years and years and years. And my friends thought it would be so fun to throw me a surprise party. So one year when we were in Costa Rica, we rented out a whole villa to ourselves. And I thought the villa would be the extent of it. Like I wasn't expecting a theme or anything, but I have really great friends and they love a theme to dress up for. They love having something fun to celebrate.
She pinning
So
it on the
I
friend.
remember I woke up one morning and I started hearing the music, like the theme song. I'm like, what is
She pinning it on the friends. She's saying it was the friends, y'all. She's saying it was the friend. It was the friends. Girl, you were obsessed with the show. You befriended people from the show, and you knew what you was doing. Can we call a spade a spade? Can we call a spade for once? You were obsessed with that show. You befriended people from that show to get close to that show because you knew that one day you wanted to audition for that show. So you literally, you know what? You know what? I'm not even gonna hold you. She did what people say that we should do when we're trying to start a new career. She networked her ass onto Love Island. Baby, she networked her ass into Love Island. Into, until she actually got on the show. She did exactly the textbook definition of networking yourself into a job. So this party that you had, no, manifest that was not manifestation, that was networking. This this party that you had that you're trying to say that it was your friends that did it for you, babe. I don't believe it. That was you.
what's going on out there? I walk out and there's mic packs and fanny packs and all of this stuff. And it turns out it was a Love Island themed birthday party. And my favorite part was that they set up this confessional, like they had a beach background and a camcorder, and we all just fooled around and it was just fun, shits and giggles. Oh, can I cuss? Okay. Okay. Whew. Great. So yeah, that was my first take as a bombshell, and I think it was great practice. How does Sierra know Johnny from Love Island season 5? Oh, I actually love this story. So, Johnny was on Love Island season 5, obviously. And I remember when I checked out her profile on Instagram, it said that she had followed me. And I was like, oh my God, I love a curly haired queen. I love seeing a brown skinned girl on my screen. And she lived in my city in Arizona. So I was like, wait, we have to be friends. I followed her, we were mutuals for a little bit. And then one weekend, it was
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But she's trying to explain this as like as normal as possible. But the thing that you're missing is the fact that you saw this person on a show. Like you plotted on this person. You know what I'm saying? Like you plotted. You plotted. That's a little creepy. That's a tad little creepy. No shade. No shade.
the Super Bowl in Vegas, and a friend of mine invited me out, and he was like, "Let's go to all of these events. Like, girls don't have to pay for anything. Bring a friend." And I was like, "Wait, this is the perfect opportunity for me to meet a new friend and make new memories." So I sent Johnny a voice memo, and I was like, "Hey, girl, I know we've never met. I know you don't know me, but do you want to go to Vegas tomorrow?" No questions asked. She was like, "Sure." So we headed to the airport. That was actually the first time we met, was literally in the airport. And we just yapped the whole flight. We learned that we're very, very similar. And we
So you see, I don't believe in that because not that that didn't happen. I'm saying like I don't believe in how they came about, because you literally bought a friendship. You hit up somebody that you knew, that you hit up someone that you didn't know. You offered them a trip in a way of exchanging for friendship, basically. That's kind of weird. Like, instead of hitting someone else, instead of hitting someone up for coffee or for lunch, even, it's like, oh, girl, you want to go to Las Vegas? Let's go. Free trip to Las Vegas, girl. Let's go. Like, it's influencer thing, and I can get you connected, girl. Let's go. And it's just because you want to be her friend, low key, because she's on the show that you want to be on. It's getting weird.
Just got along so well. And that weekend we had the time of our life in Vegas. And after that, the rest is history. We've been friends ever since.
Did she give you any advice going to the villa?
Just to be myself. Yeah. Like when I was going through the casting process, I kept it to myself. I just didn't really want any outside opinions. And
I don't believe that. I don't believe that when she was going through casting, she kept it to herself. I don't believe that. I don't believe it.
I'm like, how embarrassing if you're like, oh my God, I'm going on the show. And then you don't end up going on it. And you're like, just kidding. So it wasn't until I was like literally going to Fiji, like I had my flight booked. And I was like, surprise, guess where I'm going? And she just was like, you're going to kill it. I'm so excited the world gets to meet you and be yourself and have fun. So I feel like I did just that. How many syringes of lip filler did you get before going into the villa? Messy. I didn't get any lip filler before going into the villa, like right before, but over the course of maybe 5 years, I've had like 2 full syringes put in, which I've since dissolved. So that's lovely. But yeah, what's funny is like I obviously had a little bit of lip filler blindness. And before I went into the villa, like maybe 6 months before, I had noticed that my lip filler was migrating a little bit. And I was like, okay, it's probably time for me to get these dissolved. But I always had something to do that I wanted lips for. Like I was always on a trip or always had an event. I always had something. So I was like, maybe this can wait. And then when I got the call to go into the villa, they told me on Friday night, hey, you're leaving on Monday. I had 48 hours to get my life together. So definitely in those 48 hours, I could not go and get my lips dissolved. So I was like, okay, this is going to wait. And honestly, I didn't even know that it was something other people would notice until you're on screen and you have cameras from every angle. But sometimes tea needs to be clocked, and I'm glad I got them dissolved.
But no shade, girl. If you like them big ass lips, then you like them big ass lips. Like, I don't get how y'all get bullied into not doing the stuff y'all want to do. Because if you like your big ass lips, you like your big ass lips. Who gives a damn? Like, she really got bullied into, like, girl, you like them big ass lips for a reason. Like, please.
Have you seen every season of Love Island? I actually haven't. I've seen majority of the UK seasons. I really loved seasons like 1 through 7. Molly May, Tommy Fury, season 5, like love them so much. But when USA first started, I couldn't really get into it. I didn't watch the first like 3 seasons, and I think season 4 is when I started to feel it out. How did Cierra get cast on Love Island? So, actually, a few years ago, I was going.
So I do believe that she didn't watch the first couple of seasons of the USA, because USA at the beginning was trash. No shade. I didn't start watching USA until season 5. No shade. It was trash.
Through a breakup from a really tumultuous and toxic relationship. And I was like, this is my glow up era. This is my revenge era. I got my boobs done. I dyed my hair. And I was like, oh, perfect. I just got this DM from a casting director. What better way to stick it to your ex than to go and date a bunch of hot guys on national television? I thought that was going to happen. Um, but I was a little bit manic. And I think when I interviewed, they felt that because I didn't get casted. They didn't pick me that year. And I was like, that's fine. You know what? It's not meant to be. And honestly, it was probably for the better because I feel like I took that whole year and a half to really grow into myself and to change my.
So she tried to get cast at one time and they said no because they knew she was crazy. She went to get cast at one time and they declined her because they peeped that she was crazy. Mm, mm. And what I find interesting is that you can like if you say no to somebody to join your show one season, what makes it okay for them to join a year later? You have no one else. You know what I'm saying? Like if you decline somebody,
Intentions, like know that I wanted to do something like this, not for revenge on anyone else or for a glow up era, but because like it's something that I feel like is meant for me and I really want to do and I want love out of it. So fast forward a year later.
so you see, that's the thing that I can't get behind, baby girl. No shade, baby girl. Baby girl, I cannot get behind it that you really went to this for love just because of the fact that this show was all over your personality. Thank you, Nikki, for the roses. Thank you, Nikki, for the roses. Thank you for sending some love. I appreciate it. Guys, follow me. If you don't follow me, y'all. Tap that screen. And if you don't follow me, hit that follow button. I love you guys. Um, I don't believe that you came on this show for love because you auditioned for this show multiple times and you were too involved with everything about this show for me. You had friends that have been on this show. You had a birthday party that was themed after this show. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm sorry, but I cannot simply believe that you came on Love Island for love. Come on. Especially if you work in influencer marketing. I'm clocking your tea, no shade. If you work in influencer marketing, you want me to believe that you went on Love Island for love and you work in influencer marketing? It's no shade, mama. It's no shade.
Maybe a year and a half later, I don't remember the exact timeline, but I got a text message from the casting director and they were like, hey, I know things didn't work out last time, but are you still single? And I was like, of course, I'm more single than ever. You called it the perfect time. And we hopped on a call and I went through the whole process, had many meetings over Zoom, in person, even in Fiji. Like people don't know that when they fly you out there, it doesn't mean that you're actually going to be on the show. So even going out there, like you're still having meetings and they're still trying to fit you into this puzzle piece. So it was a full like 6.
Oh my god, that reminds me. The the you when she said that even when they fly you out there, that doesn't mean that you're gonna be on the show. Did you guys see that TikTok from that Filipino girl that she said that she was flew out to Fiji because she was going to be a bombshell and she was never brought into the show and she was there the entire time? Like the entire time she was there. She flew back after the show ended. She was supposed to be a bombshell and they never brought her in. So that's hilarious because she made a TikTok about it after the show ended, and she was like, when you get casted as a bombshell, but they never bring you into the show, and you are stuck in a hotel room in Fiji for 3 months, which I thought was crazy, which I thought was crazy, and also like this is why I say that going on this show is not necessarily a love thing. It's really now, hi, my love. Going on the show is not necessarily a love thing. It's really more like an exposure thing. Because I'm sorry, I'm gonna leave my life just in case I make it. I'm not even secured or anything. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. If I'm gonna uproot my life for however long, I don't know. I gotta know that there's some security in that. Y'all not about to have me fly to Fiji for no reason.
Month process, but
No
yeah,
shade.
that's how it happened. How do you feel about you, Shelly, and Alandria being called mean girls? That really hurts my feelings because I know that we're not mean girls, and I think in the villa collectively, a lot of people in there would agree that like we were always trying to spread love and kindness and just laughter and jokes, and a lot of people would, just want to be around us. And likewise, like we were like really a big family in there. I feel like we cultivated a really great energy, especially with the girls and the bond that I thought we had built. Like I thought that it was a really strong bond.
Did y'all peep that? Did y'all peep that? That was shade. That was shade. That was shade. Hmm. She must want problems. She must want problems. Let's go back.
girls and the bond that I thought we had built. Like I thought that it was a really
That's my thing with her. She's so calculated. Like everything about her is one plus one equals two, two plus two equals, like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything about her is like so meticulous that it's like, I know you throwing shade. I know you throwing shade. I know you throwing shade. And this is why I don't fuck with you. And this is why people don't fuck with you. Because instead of you giving an interview where people are getting to know you, instead of you being giving an interview where people are where you are making people fall in love with you for having a good personality, you are subliminally throwing shade. And one thing for me is you're gonna put name their names or leave it on the playground. Name them or leave it on the playground. You talking about the bond? Who? Who? You want to throw subliminal shade? Throw the shade. Instead of throwing subliminal shade, just throw it. You want to be big mama? Be big mama. The bonds I thought we had built. Girl.
strong bond. So to come out and see the narratives that we were being mean or there was bullying, like I didn't feel that way. I feel like
Yeah, but you see, like you just did it. You just did it. As you're trying to debunk these allegations about you being a mean girl, you are being a mean girl by throwing shade, subliminal shade. Like,
I really, really loved all the relationships that I built in there, even if they don't stand on legs now. In there, I know that I was a good friend.
like you don't gotta add that part. Even if they don't stand on legs now, you don't gotta add that part. You don't gotta add that part. And my whole thing is like, if you miss your friends, how about using that to say sorry? How about using your camera time to make things right? But no, you don't give a fuck about nobody. You don't give a fuck about none of that. So you throwing shade. Because if you really miss your friends, how about you use your camera time to get things right, to make things right, to apologize? Instead, you're throwing shade. And I'm sorry, I get it. You and Nick had something going on, but baby, you are too pressed. You are way too pressed for whatever little situation you and Nick had.
Led with a good heart and was never mean. It was never that. Do you think you received a villain edit? So, no. When I posted that, I think, listen, I was a little bit emotional. I was processing a lot of things. I had just binge watched all of the episodes and seeing all of the edits and all the narratives. Like, yeah, naturally you're a bit scrambled as to like what's real and what's
I don't think she was giving the villain edit because we all know who the villain is. Clock it.
not. I do think that there were certain things in the show that were edited in a way that didn't paint me the best way, like me making faces during certain times that I wasn't making faces, or conversations being clipped where you
Oh my God, Gemma, you got your stuff. I'm so happy. Jenna, send me a picture. Send me a picture. Thank you so much. Yeah, super quick delivery. So excited to wear it. Oh my god, thank you so much. Send me a picture when you throw it on. Send me a picture, guys. Jenna supported my merch store. Thank you so much for supporting my merch store. I love you. Shopwellington.com. Shopwellington.com. Send you on Instagram, on wherever. It doesn't matter. Instagram or TikTok, wherever you want to send me. Send me the picture when you have it. Please, please, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody that supported my merch store. I so appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you wanna buy yourself something and support me, the first line is currently live and it's going to be live for the 2 more weeks. After these 2 weeks, the first drop won't be available. Okay? And we're gonna close shop into our second drop. So there's 2 more weeks left if you want to get one of the hats. So go on shopwellington.com. Love you guys.
Couldn't get the full context, but at the same time, that's quite literally what we signed up for. It's reality TV, and they have to make the best with what they have. So I don't think anyone can.
Thank you, Danae, for subscribing. Thank you, Danae, for becoming part of the gang. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Guys, you guys already know all of my subscribers. I shout you guys out. You guys are my mains people. If you are subscribing, you are my main. So thank you so much. Love you.
Confidently say they like the entirety of their edit. But yeah, I don't think I received a villain edit. I think there were villainous parts of the editing, but that's showbiz, baby. Oh my god, I forgot that.
You see, no shade. I don't mind that answer. She said that's showbiz. She knew what she was getting herself into. She knew what she was getting herself into. And that just lets me know that Ace is a fucking liar. But we knew that.
I could take the.
That's why they're there.
I'm out here like shaking and shivering in my boots. I'll come back to you in a second. Did you expect Nick to leave with you? I didn't expect him to leave with me. I'd be lying if I said the thought didn't cross my mind, just because when I.
Yeah, but so the reason why there's shots behind her is because if she doesn't want to answer one of the questions, she's supposed to take a shot. But these questions are ass. I'm sorry. These questions are booty. Why would she want to take a shot for any of these questions? These questions are not gagging her. Hi, Ice Macchiato. Thank you for joining, my love. I missed
left,
you.
like where we had left things, I thought it was in a strong enough place for him to consider it. But I never would have expected that from him. And I think the cards fall how they're supposed to. And I'm glad that he made his decision because it seems like.
Mm-mm. Dory, thank you so much for purchasing a subscription. Welcome to the gang. Welcome to the gang, Dory. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The people are purchasing subscriptions tonight. I know that's right. YouTube, what's good, YouTube? Make me feel some love, YouTube. TikTok is carrying right now. What's YouTube doing? Anyways, girl, Nick wasn't going anywhere. Nick was not going anywhere. Paige, just a little bit, just a little bit. Nick was not going anywhere. And I don't care if you think that you guys were like locked in, closed off. You guys were not that locked in, closed off for him to end his Love Island experience. Dore. All right, my love. Dore. Love you. Thank you so much for purchasing a subscription. And thank you for sending me the pronunciation of your name. I want to get it right and I want to make sure I know my people. Exactly. Sierra wouldn't have left if it was the other way around. No shade. Sierra would have looked at Nick like, yeah, I think it's cute what we got going on, but I'm not about to leave because you're gone. So like, come on, come on, come on.
Where we had left things, I thought it was in a strong enough place for him to consider it. But I never would have expected that from him. And I think the cards fall how they're supposed to. And I'm glad that he made his decision because it seems like he's thriving. And yeah, great. Which Islander was the least authentic?
I'm glad he made. I subscribe to your YouTube too. Oh, thank you, Dore. Thank you, Dore. I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Guys, if you're joining me, thank you. You're joining an episode of Wellington on Air. This is my show where I talk about all things Love Island. All things Love Island. Patty, thank you so much for subscribing, Patty. Y'all, TikTok is carrying right now. Patty, thank you so much for purchasing a subscription. I love you. Thank you for joining the gang. If you guys don't know, when you purchase a subscription, you get a little tag next to your name in the chat, and it lets me know and it lets other people know that you guys are part of the gang. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate it. Love you guys. If you're joining me for the first time, my name is Wellington. I am a TV producer and journalist. And this is my show, Wellington on Air. So follow me. Follow me, follow me if you don't follow me. Tonight we are reviewing and watching Sierra's interview where she talked about her Love Island experience. And we am I going to be reviewing Love Island games? Of absolutely, I'm going to be reviewing Love Island games. Are you kidding me? Of course. Now, what I need to figure out is how I'm going to be reviewing Love Island games. If I'm going to be doing it on YouTube, on Twitch, or on TikTok, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. I'm going to be doing it, but I definitely will be reviewing Love Island games for sure. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for sharing the lives. You guys are awesome. Tap that screen, and follow me, follow me, follow me. If you're on YouTube, subscribe because we are so close to 1,000 subscribers. I need, guys, please, 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 please. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers. Please, 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 please. Because that's when the coin come in. That's when the coin come in, you know? So I'm trying to hit them 1,000. I'm trying to hit that 1,000. So please, 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 if you're on YouTube, subscribe. And if you're on TikTok, also please do me the favor while you're listening to me, open YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Wellington on Air. Wellington on Air with one L, with one L. And it's also linked in my description in my profile. So if you click my account and you can just go on it and click it. I need like 200 more subscribers. I'm at 700 right now. 200 more and we're there. We can do it. Look at these glasses. Thank you for the gift.
Told you I'd be back for you. Great. Which islander was the least authentic? Told you I'd be back for you.
So she gonna drink now.
Which islander did you trust the least? I think my issue is that I trusted everyone a little bit too much. I think I gave out too much information, gave out too many pieces of myself to everyone, and that ended up biting me in the ass. So, word of advice, maybe start trusting people a little less. That word of advice for me. You do whatever you want.
Girl, stand on something. Word of advice, you do whatever. Girl, stand on something. Thank you, Elisa, for subscribing. Girl, stand on something. Stand on something. Talking about she gave out too much trust. You also gave out too much coochie. It's no shade.
Would you ever return for an all-star season? I think I would. I feel like going through the process once, you understand a lot better how things work. And I think I would do things differently in the sense where maybe I would hold my cards a little closer to my chest, no pun intended. But I mean, I'm still single, I'm still looking for love. So I feel like any chance that comes to me to be able to find it, like, who am I to turn that down? Would you have done anything differently in the
You want to be on Love Island game so bad. She want to be on Love Island game so bad. And I'm letting y'all know right now. Cierra is going to try her hardest to get on Love Island again. I don't know what she's going to do, but she's going to try her hardest to get on Love Island again. And if she doesn't get on Love Island, she's going to go on another show. I don't think that Cierra is done with television. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that she is going to try to get on another show, and she's going to try to revitalize her image. I think she's gonna I think T, thank you for purchasing a subscription, T. Another TikTok subscriber. I love you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, T. Um, yeah. She's gonna do her hardest to land on another show.
I definitely would have given a little bit more attention to the other connections that I was forming. I think going into Villa, I was like, I do not want to put all my eggs in one basket or, stay connected to one guy the whole time and eat all my eggs. I think would you have done anything differently in the Villa? I definitely would have given a little bit more attention to the other connections that I was forming. I think going into Villa, I was like, I do not want to put all my eggs in one basket or, stay connected to one guy the whole time. And even though I did some exploring, I wish I would have explored a little bit more. Other than that, I think.
Yeah, because if you're watching the rewatch with me, she was acting crazy. If you're watching the rewatch with me, you know that she was acting crazy. You should have explored because you were over here making Nick, you were trying to have a baby on him. You were trying to have a baby on him. No shade. I think she was trying to have a baby on him. With the amount of pussy that she dropped on that show, ain't no way. Mm,
Everything I
mm,
did
mm, mm.
was authentically me, and I had a lot of fun in there. Like,
We are still doing the a baby is crazy. Oh my girl, allegedly. We are still doing the rewatch. We will be back with a new episode of a rewatch tomorrow on Twitch.
despite how things went down, I had the time of my life. I made a lot of friends. I made a lot of memories. I wore a lot of good outfits. I had a lot of laughs, and I wouldn't change any of that. Since coming out of the villa, were you asked to do any interviews? I was. I was. I think my inbox was really flooded, being pulled in a lot of different directions. And I think immediately coming out, like all I wanted to do was collect my thoughts, make sure that all of my words, all of the perception was my own, and control my own narrative. Like, I think, especially when I came out, there's a lot of people spreading fake news or using my name for clickbait and all of these things, and that's just not something I wanted to participate in. So I really just wanted to control my story and make sure the words came from me. Did a PR team write your apology video?
I don't think she's lying. Ashley said, "Child, she lying." I don't think she's lying. You know why? Because a good a good media company is gonna reach out. The Reality Rundown did. No shade. The Reality Rundown did. No shade. We reached out. There's a story there. There's a story there. Now, I don't know if the story that we were gonna tell is the same story that other people were gonna tell, because we were gonna get down to it, if you know what I'm saying. But I'm sure that a lot of people and a lot of podcast shows, brands, etc., reached out to her after, especially after getting kicked out from the villa. Is Reality Rundown an agency that you work with? No, the Reality Rundown is actually my company that I am the CEO and the founder of. Elisa, thank you so much for purchasing a subscription, my love. Thank you so much for purchasing a subscription, Elisa. I love you. Shout out to the subscribers. But yeah, guys, the Reality Rundown is a news media company that I built 8 years ago. We cover all things reality TV, Real Housewives, Basketball Wives, Loving Hip Hop, Bachelor, Love Island, everything. And our biggest platform is on Instagram. So if you guys want to follow, go follow us on Instagram at the Reality Rundown, at the Reality Rundown, at the Reality Rundown. Kiki, thank you so much for purchasing. Thank you so much for buying a subscription, Kiki. Thank you so much for being in a subscribe. Oh wow, I didn't know that was your company. I see that page all the time on IG. Oh my god, Paige, yes. You see it on IG a lot? Yes, that's my company. That's my company. I built it from the ground up. And I'm the person that runs it too. So every time you see something posted there, that was me. Oh my god, thank you so much, guys. So yeah, support my brand. We're trying to become the biggest brand in the reality TV space. We're not a blog. We are not a blog. We do not post mess, and we do not post blind items and rumors. We don't do that. I'm a journalist, and I wanted to build and create a credible brand in the world of reality television that people could trust, and that it could become the one place that all reality TV lovers can come for legitimate news that they could trust. So I take that very seriously about my brand. So yeah, thank you so much. Follow the reality rundown on Instagram.
Oh my gosh, that is just so silly. No, guys, a PR team did not write my apology video. I've never had PR training or media training. This is just how I speak, unfortunately. Actually, not unfortunately, fortunately, I'm very proud of how I speak and how I present myself. And in that apology video,
She's
like
from
I was
Cali. You know what I'm saying? She from Cali. She got that LA in her. And she's the CEO of an influencer marketing company. So that PR is in her. You know what I'm saying? That PR is in her.
damned if I do, damned if I don't. If I was sitting there sobbing my eyes out, like people would have spun that narrative. It wasn't about me in that way. Like I really wanted to make sure that I said everything that I felt was important to speak on. And no, no one wrote it. I wrote it. I revised it like 4 different times. But when I spoke it, it's not like I was reading from a script or anything. Like the reason I was able to speak so directly is because it was something that came from my heart and my mind and something that I felt passionately about. Do you regret wearing the empathy sweatshirt in your apology video? Oh my gosh. Um, Honestly, a little bit because believe it or not, it didn't even cross my mind. It wasn't a second thought where I was like, ooh, believe it. Oh my God. You regret wearing the empathy sweatshirt in your apology video. Oh my gosh. Um, Honestly, a little bit because believe it or not, it didn't even cross my mind. It wasn't a second thought where I was like, ooh, I'm gonna wear this empathy sweatshirt to invoke empathy in people. No, that was just like my favorite crew neck that I wear around the house.
I'm addicted to those Van Houten pickles in your merch, Wellington. Just placed an order. Oh my God. Thank you so much for placing an order. Thank you so much for placing an order. Shopwellington.com. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate it.
And I just had it on. Like I wanted that video to be casual, you know, me lounging around in my apartment in clothes that I would normally wear. And if you scroll down to my other videos, like I wear that sweatshirt a lot. I am an empath. I think empathy is important in the world. I think maybe it wasn't the best choice to wear it during that video. And when I made it, I wasn't thinking about what I was wearing. I was thinking about what I wanted to say and how I was going to say it. So the outfit was the last thing that crossed my mind, but it's
Girl, you are in influencer marketing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You are in influencer marketing, girl. You gonna make you think I'm gonna believe that you didn't know, that you didn't take into account what you were wearing? Girl. Now you're gonna take all of that shit and you're gonna crumble it up and you're gonna place it in your mouth and eat it. Cause I don't know who you I don't know who you're trying to feed that to, but you're not gonna try to feed it to me. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's not happening. It's not happening. Girl, you knew why you wanted it. You knew you were wearing that sweatshirt on purpose. You probably looked at yourself in the mirror 3,000 times before you started that video. And also, before you posted that video, I know you looked at that video 3,000 times before you posted it. You edited the video before you posted it. So you were looking at that video how many times? So, like, when y'all lie, y'all need to understand that some of y'all lies are just not going to make sense. And that's the shit that gets me mad when y'all start lying. Because like, it was a TikTok video, mama. And you have a career. You are the CEO of a influencer marketing agency. So I know if there's anybody that takes a TikTok video serious, it's you. I know that if there's anybody that is going to take their time to post something on social media, it's you. So knowing that, I know that you looked at that video 3,000 times before you posted it. So I know that you looked at that sweatshirt and I know that you saw it. And that's me giving you the benefit of the doubt. But what I really think happened is that I know you wore that shit on purpose. Because you looked at yourself in the mirror before you started even recording. Let's not be fake. Let's not be fake. If you want to call your shots, throw your shots. That's my thing with her that pisses me off, is that she likes to throw the rock and then hide her hand. And that's my problem. Girl, if you are mad at Nick, then be mad at Nick. Don't let up. Stand on it. Stop throwing subliminal shade. Stop going on podcasts and on shows and trying to make it seem like everything's cool, but then you're in TikTok comments liking comments that are negative and liking comments that are throwing shade. That's my thing. That's my problem. Like, no shade. At least Ace sat down on a podcast and said what he said on a podcast directly. She loved being in the comment section, liking. And that's my problem. Like, you always want to make it seem like there's no problem, there's no issue, but you do have an issue. So just put it on the floor. Put the issue on the floor so we can get it over with. So we can talk about it, so we can address it, so that you can vent and you can let it out and you can let everybody know how you feel for real. Like, come on.
Seems to be the only thing a lot of people paid attention to, which is like, that's a you problem. Let's focus on what's important here. Do you think cancel culture is too harsh? I do. I think there's a difference between holding someone accountable and just wanting their life to be over. I think the best part about the human experience is being able to make mistakes and grow.
I will say that I agree with that. I agree with what she just said, that there is a difference in holding someone accountable and canceling them. No shade. I don't think that she needed to be canceled because she didn't say anything to anybody. Like, she wasn't harming anybody. She was talking about herself. So that was an educational experience. That was a learning experience. That was an experience of accountability, that she needed to be held accountable for her wrong actions and for saying the wrong thing, but then also being taught and being educated on how to move forward. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that she needed, like, I don't think that I don't think that it was ever a conversation about canceling her. She was talking about herself. but she definitely needs to be held accountable for the for her word choice. She was asked she was asked to not use the word, and she stood on it, which is where you went wrong, girl. Which is where you went wrong. Because bitch, you got one chance to make it seem like you didn't know what the fuck you were saying. And they gave you that chance, and then when they corrected you, you kept using it. Dumbass.
grow from them and have people
Like, how you do
around
that
you
dumb
that
shit?
can help you grow from those situations. So the idea that you can just like cancel or erase someone from society, from relationships, from success, it's just, I don't think that's anyone else's decision to make. So I do think that when people do bad things, behavior should be corrected, but everyone deserves a chance to grow. And a lot of people should give them that chance. Do you think Nick and Alandria's relationship outside the villa is authentic? I don't think it matters what I think, to be honest.
So she's gonna drink. I actually wanted her to answer this. I actually wanted her to answer this. Like, tell us. Tell us. Again, put it on the floor. If you feel like Alandria is fake because she took your nigga, put it on the floor. Just put it on the floor. First of all. Because I even feel like Alandria will respect you more if you put it on the floor and you let her know what the fuck was good. But in your words, in your words, if you could take her man, it was never hers to begin with. That was never her man. That was never her man. And no shade. That was Alandria's man before it was yours. That was Alandria's man before it was yours. Because one thing we have clocked from going back and doing the rewatches is that Nick and Olandria have something going from day one. Something that we have clocked from doing the rewatches is that Nick and Olandria have something going from day one. And if it wasn't for Cierra coming in so hot on Nick, we would have gotten something between Olandria and Nick. No shade. Especially after that milk challenge. Especially after that milk challenge. So instead of making it seem like like you not bothered or anything, girl, just say it. Just say it, cause I want to know. I want to know. But now she wanna drink.
Have you talked to Elin since coming out of the villa? Ah, such a sweet boy. We have chatted.
No, first of all, she probably think Elon gay, like the rest of the world. And Elon, if you're gay, baby, come home. Come home. The door is open. There's no reason to be running away. Come home, baby. Come home.
A little bit. He actually was one of the first people to reach out to me when I left the villa, which meant a lot to me because I feel like in that time I felt a little bit isolated, and he was just there to check in on me and let me know that, he knows me as a person and he would be there to support me in any way that I needed him to. He actually just sent me a text yesterday. Funny that you ask. He said one of my videos popped up on his For You page and that he enjoyed it and that I'm killing it and to keep my head up and keep going. And I just really love and respect that about him because he could have gone a whole different direction, especially because we didn't end up together. He could hate me. He has every right, but he is just such a nice, amazing guy. And I love keeping up with him and seeing all the good things he's doing in the world. And I really.
This answer is so fucking long, girl. Yeah, she's been talking about Elon for 30 minutes. Girl, this answer is way too fucking long.
Think he deserves nothing but the best, so we love him. Did any Islanders reach out after to offer support? Yes, they did. I think my real friends and people who really, could see past the narratives online and the tabloids and all the negative things people were saying reached out to offer support, and I have really strong friendships with those people. Everyone is booked and busy and doing their thing as they should be, but I think finding the time to send a text and let someone know that you're thinking about them or that you miss them or that you support the endeavors that they're doing goes a long way.
Yeah, but you also have to. This is why. Okay, so this is the thing. Yeah, sometimes I like to watch what I say on the show because I don't want to ruin my chances of interviewing certain people, because now in age, people are very sensitive, and it's not like before where you can hold people accountable in the media and you can still interview them, because that's what old celebrities used to do. Now they don't want they don't want to talk to you because you held them accountable. I miss the old days too, Kiki. Anyways, but no shade.
Or that you miss them or that you support the endeavors.
This is why I would have loved to talk to her or have an interview with her, or whatever, because and she probably won't because of the things that I've said. But no shade. I don't think that anything I said about her is anything bad. I don't know, maybe. uh, I don't know. But anyways, because she's talking about, oh, I know that everybody's booked and busy, but like, it doesn't hurt. Um, it doesn't hurt for anybody to pick up the phone and say and just say something. But at the end of the day, girl, what you're failing to mention is that we're not fucking with you because you got kicked out the show over some racist shit. Can we not ignore that? We don't fuck with you because you got kicked off the show over some racist shit. So of course, no one's reaching out to you, girl. You lucky some people do. And the people that are reaching out to you, they're cloud demons. You trying to make it seem like people are being mean to you for icing you out. Girl, it's 2025. It's 2025.
What they're doing goes a long way in this time when everyone's trying to figure out stuff and navigate through everything. So, yes, I have support from the real ones that matter. You know who you are. Do you see a friendship with
Do
any of
you
the
know who
island?
they are? Do you know who they are? Talking about you know who you are. Who, girl? Who?
Leaders in the future? Yes, definitely. I think the people that have leaders in the future. Yes, definitely.
What was the question?
Do you see a friendship with any of the islanders in the future? Yes, definitely. I think the people that have, kept in contact with me since everything has happened, those will be my friends for life. I think what we shared in that villa, no matter who ended up with who or who said what or what the edit said, like what the edits online say, none of that shit matters. What matters is like what we actually went through and what we bonded through, all of the trauma, all of the late nights, all of the laughs. There was a lot of amazing things that happened in there. And I thought I would have more friendships coming out. Silly me. I think once you step out and you're into the real world, sometimes you realize that not everyone is who you thought they were. And like,
Bitch, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Like, are we really gonna make it seem like people don't fuck with you because people are fake? Is that what we doing? Like, she's literally making it seem like people don't fuck with her because people are being fake and people are being two-faced. Or people are being mean. Girl, people don't fuck with you because you got kicked off for saying racist shit. Girl.
this person that you bonded with doesn't actually exist. But when you come out and see that that one person hasn't changed, like the people who they were in there are still the people they are in the real world. Those are my favorite kind of people. And they're the ones that I'll keep really closely for a really long time. Did you watch the Love Island reunion? I did watch the reunion. I feel like I had to. Like I wanted to see what are you guys gonna say about me? who's gonna cry? Who's gonna apologize? Like, duh. I mean, I was there for 30 something episodes. Like, you might as well see it to the end.
Were you there
And I
for
thought it was
30
great.
episodes? Was she there for 30 episodes? I don't think she was there for 30 episodes. Because the show itself is 37. And she came in on episode 4 and left before episode 25, I think. I don't think she was there for 30 episodes.
And I thought the looks served. Shelly, you
Hi,
ate
Alicia.
down. Iris, come on. Amazing. What was your reaction to what Nick said about your Mykonos video at the reunion?
Here we go.
I roll. That was my reaction. Because what? Like, here's the thing. When I made that video, I'll admit,
Control it.
I was a little bit like hurt. It was definitely an emotional post, and maybe I could have thought twice before posting it. But at the same time, like, I don't think anyone can tell you how to deal with those types of situations. Like, it's up to you how you want to react and what you want to do. And I still stand by everything I said. I never bashed him in any way. Like, I said I didn't end up with a guy who liked my friend the whole time. And if we look at the facts, if we lay out the cards, like, is that not true?
But that's also bashing. That's also bashing because indirectly, like you like, and we know that's how you like to throw shade. We know that you like to throw subliminal shade because you're not a real bitch. You're not a real bitch. You like to throw shade subliminally. So you are throwing shade when you say that because you're making it seem like he wasn't giving you an authentic experience. And I'm sorry, but he really was into you. That spell that you had cooked up, that santeria bullshit that you put together, I don't know what you was doing, sex demon, allegedly. But it was working. It was working. You almost had him. You almost had him. But they vanquished you. They vanquished you. There's no shade.
And I think he said something in the reunion about me just wanting attention in that moment or something. But like before I posted that, I mean, it had been 7 days. He was posting on Snapchat wearing my hoodie, on TikTok live for hours. It's like you could have sent a text. You could have.
Wearing your hoodie, girl, please. Girl, please. Girl, please. Girl, please. Is she serious? I cannot take it. I cannot take it. Also, first of all, you left the villa before him. He was there. He was there till the end. You left the villa way before him. So what are we saying? So what are we saying?
Sent a DM. And if
Also, why was he gonna text you? What was he gonna text you? No shade. You needed to text him, and he was on him whether he replied to you or not. And if he decided not to reply to you, that's also okay. Because you need to give Nick grace over the shit that he walked out on after he came out of the villa and the situation knowing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, Nick should have came out to a message from you, and your message should have been very apologetic and kind of just trying to get into best graces because, again, baby girl, you're going through a racist scandal, and nobody wants parts with you. No shade. Nobody wants parts with you. So what Nick is saying is that instead of you throwing shade and instead of you um trying to do shit for attention, you should have done something that was positive and that was to help the situation. Instead of you throwing shade, you could have done something that was for the betterment of the situation. But you decided to throw shade. You decided to roll yourself in the mud like a pig because that felt better to you. You got used by the devil, girl.
If you didn't want to, stand on that. But like, don't say you didn't have the time. I think that's just a cop out, to be honest.
It is not a cop out because when Nick came out of the villa, he became one of the biggest stars in pop culture. Still is. So it is not a cop out. It is actually true. He doesn't have time. The last thing that Nick has time for is to talk to you, to take time out of his schedule to find a time to talk to you. Again, send a text message and let go and let God.
Have you gotten brand deals since coming out of the villa? I have. I have a few things in the work, a few projects that I'm excited about. So stay tuned. What's next?
I have. I have. I have a few things in the works. So this is let me clock. Are y'all ready to clock? Are y'all ready for me to clock something? Are y'all ready for me to clock? Let me know if y'all ready for me to clock something. Chat, let me know if y'all ready for me to clock something. I'm about to clock. 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 Cierra is going to align herself with white conservative media and white conservative brands in order to secure brand deals. She's already doing it. She's already doing it. This interview is with Barstool. She's already doing it. This interview is with Barstool. And I don't know if y'all know a lot about Barstool. Just Google it. It's no shade, but it's a very it's a very different market. So she's going to align herself with conservative whiteness in order to land deals. And I'm just going to take the time and say, Cierra, baby, I'm praying for you. And I'm praying that that clout doesn't take you places that you don't need to be in. I really hope so, girl. But unfortunately, I feel like you really love this and you want more and more and more. So I feel like you might do things for the sake of clout that maybe you wouldn't do regularly. So be careful, girl. That's all I'm gonna say. Be careful. Be careful who you endorsing and who you promoting and which brands and which brands you are involving yourself with just for the sake of saying that you have a brand deal. Shika, Wellington, you're my fave. This is too real. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you for joining. And I just feel like she's at a point right now where she might feel like, I need to make something shake. And it's like, girl, if nothing's shaking, then keep it pushing. Then keep it pushing. But you're already going the wrong path. Because you're sitting down with Barstool. So I feel like I already know where this is going.
For Cierra Ortega. I mean, the sky is the limit, baby. I feel like this is just the beginning. I went on a show looking for love, and I think I did find love in the community that I was gifted and the people that support me and see me and
Oh
want to stand
girl.
by me. So
Oh girl. Like, oh girl.
I think right now I'm just focused on building myself up to be the best version for me and for them, and putting content out in a way that they love and that, makes them feel seen and supported. So focusing on that. Maybe by the time this is out, my YouTube channel might be out. So go check me out there. Otherwise, I'm on Instagram at Sierra.Ortega. I'm on
You have
TikTok
a
at
YouTube
Sierra
channel going
Ortega.
too?
And yeah, we're just getting started. Thank you guys so much for having me. Thank you for listening. Stay kind, spread love, and see you soon.
Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. This is some crazy shit. This is some mess, child. This is some mess. This is some mess. This is a mess. I don't know what's next for her. Like I said, I think that she's going to try her hardest to land on another TV show. I think that she is going to try her hardest to join another TV show. Is this going to happen anytime soon? No, because I don't think that any major network is going to touch her right now. Specifically because she was kicked off of Peacock, which is NBC Universal. So we already know that she's not going to be on any of those shows. Um, but I think that that's her main goal. I personally think that her big comeback is gonna be in a couple years when she has been able to put all of this stuff behind her, and she's able to book another show and come on and do her big one. That's what I think she's planning for. I don't know what's there to see moving forward. Um I'm not interested. I'm not gagging. I don't care, frankly speaking. Um, let's stop throwing subliminal shade to Alandra and Nick. That's all I care about because I would hate to have to do something about it. No shade, I'm kidding. Allegedly. Um, so yeah, let's just stop throwing shade and let's just move on. That's what I think. Let's stop throwing shade and let's move on. Like, I don't want to hear you talk about Nick and Olandria again. Let this be the last time that you speak about this conversation, unless you're talking to me. Unless you're ready to take some accountability and sit down with me and you're letting me hold your hands to the fire and get down to some things and you actually want to be held accountable by the unless you actually want that, let's stop talking about this. Leave it in the playground. I'm over it. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to another episode of Wellington on Air. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Wellington on Air. Some housekeeping that I need to do. Some housekeeping that I need to do. Again, if you guys already don't know this, but I'm currently doing a series of the rewatches. We are rewatching Love Island season 7, going back and seeing the season that we already watched with different eyes though. We're watching this time with different eyes because we know so much and we've seen so much. We just watched yet another interview. So when we know all of this context, and we're watching back, things are different. We are receiving things with a different connotation. And I think for the people that have joined me in the rewatches, you guys know that we have been clacking some serious tea. If you haven't heard any of our rewatches, you can go and listen to the rewatches on my podcast, Wellington on Air. You can find the podcast anywhere you listen to your podcast. You can go on there and find the podcast on there, and you can listen to the past ones. We already done episode 1, 2, 3, 4. We already done the first 4 episodes. So you can go on there and listen to it. And tomorrow we're going to be live for episode 6. You don't want to miss it. We are rewatching episode 6 tomorrow night. I don't want to say a time because, child, I don't know when it's going to be. Let's say 8 o'clock. It's always 8 o'clock, but y'all already know. Y'all already know. And that's going to be on Twitch because, since we're watching television, I have to do it on Twitch. So the rewatch is on Twitch, but if you miss it, it's going to be on the podcast. If you haven't already done so, please follow me. Click the follow button. Tap that screen. We are 22,000 likes on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button, but also hit the subscribe button because we are so close to 1,000. My YouTube family, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chats today. Thank you so much for subscribing. For those that subscribed, I love you guys so much. And for the ones that supported my merch store today, thank you so much. Shopwellington.com, shopwellington.com, shopwellington.com. The hats are there for 2 more weeks, so get them while they're there, because after this drop is done, it's gonna be a whole new drop, and you're not gonna be able to get those hats ever again. So 2 more weeks there on the hats, so go get them, guys. I love you guys. Um, for my YouTube family, I'm gonna end the live on TikTok. So hop over to TikTok for the end of the show.